Hello, I am Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Civilization 5 as Denmark. In the previous episode, we almost managed to capture Barcelona, and we even have the option to take the city on this turn. But I won't do it because it's not quite safe. We can't really control the area behind the city, and there is the risk that Spain would retake the city on the next turn. And if that happens, we would have to end the war immediately, because when you flip a city, it gives insane amount of war weariness. We would definitely drop to red numbers after that, and we don't want to do that. We want to capture more cities in this war. I'm even hoping that we'll be able to completely remove Spain from the map in this war, so I have to be very careful about my happiness. So I have to play the safe, and therefore I've given the orders already to our land units that we don't need in our territory anymore to join the fight. I'm sending all these Gatling guns and also all the units that we had around Egypt to join the fight. With them, we will take control of this territory, and then we can take Barcelona safely and start pushing north towards Madrid with both land units and our ships. Although before we start the attack on Madrid, I may have to take Toledo, because with range 3, or the range 3 that Spanish cities have, this area is covered quite well. All these tiles can be bombarded from both Toledo and Madrid. There are also some range units that can do some more damage as well, and even Cordoba can hit these two tiles. So this area won't be quite safe until we get rid of Toledo at least. So the plan now is to secure the area north of Barcelona, take the city. Meanwhile, we can start moving our ships for the attack on Toledo. We take Toledo and then we attack Madrid. Then the remaining two cities shouldn't be a problem anymore. We can afford to do this because Russia is in serious trouble. So even if we move our fleet very close to their border, they shouldn't be able to respond because they can't even defend themselves from most likely Indonesia that is already attacking Ekaterinburg. I didn't notice this in the previous episode, but someone told me in comments that I should check the city, and it's taking quite serious damage. How much is that? That's already like over 200 damage on the city. And that's quite a few attacks, so I wouldn't be expecting if there was quite a large Indonesian fleet right here. So there are most likely no Russian units left on the map, so we can do whatever we want around the whole Spanish mainland. Okay, so that's our plan. Let's quickly go through the pop-ups here. Probably should have done this off camera, but well, too late to change that. How are we doing here? Relock, I don't know. Bank doesn't change anything, university doesn't change anything. Fine, I'll just work another sea, or in this case ocean tile. What's that? Lost quite a lot of happiness because of this city growth. That's -5 population from, -5 happiness from just the population growth. Pretty again. Oh wait, what the hell did this happen? Okay, fine. Let's work the sea tile. It's actually quite surprising that when I tried to work a specialist slot, we lost 2 happiness suddenly. What about you? Distress. Can we can work this tile? Sure. Still the same thing. And distress is so difficult to fight, but we are working on the military academy, so hopefully that will help. And Aarhus. Engineer in 18. Let's actually work the seaport here, no matter what. I want the engineer. We may need it for some wonders at some point. Always nice to have one engineer in a reserve. And our capital is growing as well. How does it look like? 32 for engineer. I guess that's gonna be another engineer slot. This time it didn't affect the happiness. Do we really have to work the diplomat slot? I don't think so. 18. What the hell? 19. Yeah, let's do it this way. Merchant in 53. That's still a long time. But we should get one more. Not that we need it, but Wait. No, it reduces our happiness. Okay, fine. Let's work the market. Good. And now, how does it look like with our ships? Most of them already attacked. One, two, three. I don't want to move in the bombardment range of Madrid, but I may have to do it. So that next turn I can start bombarding the units that are here and basically cut off Barcelona even before our land units arrive. Send you as well. You will just sit around just in case we need reinforcements somewhere. You can move back for repairs. And start moving our cruisers. We need like 2, maybe, actually, may need more to still. There are still units that will keep coming south. How many can we still afford to send? Can move. Let's move the Admiral. You can move as well. And here we can land. Pillage the tile. Basically move everything in this general direction. Okay. I think this will be all for this. Oh, there is another cruiser that can still attack even. Fine. Let's hit the city. Make sure it stays around 0. And what are you doing down here? Can also send this Fusilier north. That's the one with Blitz. 6 turns. Then we can, or then we get rid of Valencia. That should improve our happiness as well. Really need to get rid of both these cities that we are raising because it's so annoying. All these units that are spawning around both cities. Okay, next. Wait, subs. Now when we know that Russia is in pretty serious trouble, I'll actually send our submarines back in case Indonesia declares. I need to have some defenses against their vassals, both Darius and Mongolia. So all the subs that we're gonna buy will head this way most likely. I'll just create like a line here. Get ready for the Indonesian attack that is, I would say, inevitable. Can we buy another sub? We need 97 gold. Can we get 97 gold somewhere? Maybe sell one land unit? Probably not. Okay, don't need this explorer here anymore. Send him... Send him maybe... here. Get some extra vision. I want to know if there is like a fleet forming here, because that would suggest the attack is imminent. Okay. Next. I noticed... Well, first I noticed that Japan just declared war on us. That is unexpected. Why would you do that? I thought Japan was like closest to what we have, or closest to a friend, with what we had on the map. Okay. Someone had to bribe them. Problem is that we lost luxuries from them. And why would you do this? What the hell happened? Okay, this could be suddenly a lot more interesting, especially because our happiness just dropped down to 2. We lost all the luxuries that we are trading. This is very inconvenient. Combustion. Oh, our happiness increased to 8 suddenly. Might be because of the yield increases that it helped with distress and maybe even with poverty in some cities. Oh, and now Byblos is attacking us. Well, isn't that great? I think they're still fine. I'll just sit in front of the city. Let's check the pop-ups. Do we have oil? 7 worker. Go. Yes. Now we have oil here. That's 4. That's 4 more. Oh, there is oil under Amsterdam. How much do we have? That's 7 more. And is there more somewhere? It's here. So that's 5 sources. 2, 4, 5. Yeah. So we have access to what? 14, 22 oil. That's not bad. Problem is, most of it, or half of it, is in the sea, and that will take a while to get, right? We need refrigeration for that. Okay, whatever. We don't need oil right now, it's just important that we have it for later. Public declaration. Look at that. Dyes, gems, salt, citrus, ivory. All of that lost. This could actually stop us. Oh, and wait, what the hell? What does it look like the scientist? Scientist 78, that's a long time. Okay, well, we are starving, that's the problem. Okay. I'll just look another sea tile. Good, production. We're done with your windmill. How much money do we have? 1900. And what's the problem here? Distress, poverty, boredom is surprisingly a problem as well. Go for military academy. And another one. Oops, that was a misclick. Wait. And there is Shoshone City, very close to our territory. Well, we have one sub that could try to protect our trade routes. I'm not that worried about our cities, but I'm really afraid that we're gonna lose our trade route, which will be very annoying. If you lose our trade routes, it could start starvation, and our happiness would just plummet. Okay. More subs. Once we get the subs in position, then we can even attack the city. I hope we can get there in time to save all the trade routes. Come on. How does it look like here? Let's move back. I think the Shoshone are quite far behind. We can actually check that. For 46 stacks. Actually not that far behind. But still. Let's play it safe. We'll have the defensive line in case they try to send some ships and we focus on Spain. Basically ignore Japan and Shoshone unless they force us to like fight them. Okay, you can go this way. Let's Get those extra yields. We can pillage so many tiles here. And... fortify. 1, 2, 3. So this is the line where we don't want to be. But we can go on these tiles. I'll go out of the way. Now our cruisers can start bombarding these units. Ah, come on. Fortify. Okay, so that's another one. We can reach this tile, these 2 tiles as well, but we don't have enough attacks for that, and also don't have enough room to move more ships into position. Okay, you can just hide in the city. And to be honest, and move our ships into this line. Good. Make sure Barcelona is not healing up. This should be safe. I can move on this tile for next turn. I hope that wasn't a mistake. Now I'm in bombardment range of Sevilla. The Foreign Legion can attack. We are not standing on a pillage tile, but hopefully it's fine. Actually, can you move? Let's do it this way. Next turn we can disembark, pillage the tile, and heal up with that. Okay. Fortify. Oh, hey. Oh, that is Japanese frigate. Can take care of that random, what was that? Longsword? Something like that. 2, 4. No, it's too far. I'll have to check the whole map, make sure that I'm not missing something important. We should be covered from this side. Oh, Shaka actually managed to capture Singapore. Great. Okay, it seems the only enemy unit we know about at this point is this corvette. And we have the sub ready to stop it. Go. Japan is really far away. I'm hoping they just won't fight at all. There will be some random units that were scouting that we'll have to get rid of. But other than that, I hope they won't fight. But Shoshone could be a problem. Here on this side, they can get to us easily, and on the other side, they have the city. But it should be easy to take. They probably have some units around protecting it, but once we get rid of them, that should be like free resources, basically, when we capture the city. How bad is it? Not that bad. Ooh, this is bad, though. Okay, I have to get rid of the rifleman. Many hit points. 225. He probably can't do that much damage. But he can pillage the iron. This is so frustrating. These units that are spawning everywhere. 1, 2... It actually wasn't that difficult. Okay. Another logistics cruiser. Good. I don't think that Spain can just take these losses for long. The unit's gone. Now it might be our chance to take Barcelona, but with 7 happiness... 27 war awareness. That's just going up so quickly. Connection broken. Where? Valencia and your capital. Where the hell is Valencia? Oh, here. Because we just destroyed the harbor. Okay, fine. 4 more turns. Partisans near Zaragoza. Yeah, we just killed that rifleman. Net promotion. Oh, that's well-timed promotion. I would like to get the city assault, but in this position, I think cover is the safe choice. Now we pillage the tile for some healing, and when we are sitting on the pillage tile fortified, we should be quite safe. This guy can also disembark, pillage, fortify. We should be able to defend here. Definitely take some free gold. At this point, it's a lot of money. And I think it's time to take Barcelona, really. 2. There we go. Down to 1. That's not too bad. I will annex Barcelona, I think, because it should have some wonders. Gardens, Himeji Castle, Machu Picchu, and Red Fort. That's pretty good. Himeji Castle and Red Fort should increase our unit cap, right? 15% combat strength for units fighting in friendly territory. Nice. 10% defense for all cities. Increases military supply cap by 5. Yeah, we're gonna need that for all our subs that we want to buy. Provides a free castle. Don't care about that. Gold from city connections. This should help with poverty. Good production culture. Every mountain within 3 tiles. Okay, that's more or less irrelevant. Red Fort, receives free engineer, arsenal. City range strike strength increased by 50%. Range strike distance by 1. And increase unit supply cap. Yeah, that's what we need. I'm just checking if there is maybe like empire-wide distress reduction from these wonders or something. But nope. But it's still decent. Okay, so let's annex the city. Gonna queue up courthouse first, of course. Oh, I probably should have pillaged more tiles. Oh well, too late. Let's move you forward. Let's see, 12,000 for capturing a city, 6,500 culture. Does it look like the Golden Age? 13,600. So one more city and we get another Golden Age. That is great. Because that again will allow us to fight for a bit longer. Spain has global monopoly. What's the global monopoly again? Oh, nothing. Basically checking everything that could potentially improve our happiness. Oh, what the hell? Oh, here. Can we just work something else? I don't want to work all this food because it just allows the city to grow faster. I don't want that. Oh, there is some more oil, I think. Is it in the range? No, that's too far. Whatever. The same thing here. Just have to work the sea tiles. But in this case, we're gonna grow in 60 turns, so that's not a big problem. Boredom, poverty, fine. I probably have to work the sea tile, otherwise we would starve. Finish the military academy. So suddenly distress is not a problem. But I don't think that Tunsberg really had problems with distress. Hospital reduces poverty. Oh, expensive. Actually, I don't have to worry about the cost anymore. It's another military academy. So it reduced the distress by like 2, I think, which is not bad. Go with another hospital. Because it gives food, it may help with the distress as well, not just poverty. Okay, wait. I will have to leave a few ships behind to make sure Shoshone can't get to Barcelona. And how does it look like? Do we have a seaport? We do, right? So I can buy... No, I can't buy some. Wait, I don't have a seaport here. And we are missing coal. That has to be from... Come on. One has to be... Because Barcelona has a building that requires coal. Yeah, Barcelona has a seaport. Can we... Okay, fine. Barcelona doesn't need a seaport. Our capital should have a seaport. Yeah, I have to buy more than one sub per turn. 3, 4. You don't have a seaport. 5, 6. Yep. Now we should have a good defense. against the Shoshone and against the possible attacks from this side. For some reason the game started lagging now. Okay. Or can we still move? We can even land. Should be safe. The worker can move as well. Let's make sure all the land units that are arriving are covered. I need more melee units. Back. Hide behind the city. One. Okay. Checking if you're about to finish some buildings. For more turns for Valencia. Yeah, next few turns might be a bit of a problem because our happiness will drop. How does it look like with next social policy? That's not gonna help. What about great people? Musician in 10 turns, that's also a pretty long time. Can we fade by something that would maybe help? Admiral, General, no. Actually, we could buy an Admiral. No, we can do something. Is there an Admiral with one charge that we could send on Voyage of Discovery? What did we get? Amber. And it didn't help at all. Why am I doing this when it's not helping? What the hell? Hope that the game just needs one turn to process the change. Because getting a new luxury and not getting any happiness would be quite sad. And let's fade by a new Admiral. Maybe I'll send him to Barcelona next turn. Maybe... I probably don't want to leave him up here. Our subs will be fine even without an Admiral. Okay, next. Oh, now it improved the happiness. It's not much, but every bit helps. Wait. Come on, go. Yekaterinburg is now healing up. Does it mean that they are not fighting anymore? Okay, so they peaced out. I missed that, or it happened right now. But they're at war with Japan, so that's another reason why Japan shouldn't actively fight us. What about Shoshone? Are you fighting anyone except me? Denmark, Zulus, Egypt, France? No, just us and our allies. Oh, and we lost the unit? How did that happen? No! No! That was one of our experienced Fusiliers. Okay, we just have to move away from Sevilla then. It was the bombardment from Sevilla, the field gun, and the 2 melee attacks that were just too much. Ah, I hate losing units. What is this? A free unit. I think I'll just get rid of it. We don't need more land units. Wales to Darius. Okay, Darius, where are you? It's not Darius. Here. Oh, we are sanctioned. Never mind. Why would I work this horrible tile? Oh, because it gives me happiness. How is that even possible? Why would that be? Because of that one extra gold and one extra hammer? No. Fine, let's work the market then. How much money do we have? 4,500. And what is the biggest problem? Distress. Okay, military academy it is. I think I will have to move the Gatling gun back. We have melee units in position. No, not close enough. What about this one? Okay, this is close enough. This is so dangerous. I can't go that close. What I can do though is send a Gatling gun to Barcelona. From there, we can attack. 45, 45. And we just have to get rid of the remaining range units before we can move closer. On moving. The Admiral. Okay, let's move him to Barcelona. Actually, first, let's get rid of the Gatling gun. Some of these forests are in such inconvenient places, like this one, for example. If the forest wasn't here, it would be so easy to take Madrid, and I would never have to get even close to Toledo. Ah. Come on. Okay, you two be healthy enough. I have to start moving towards Toledo. Let's start creating some kind of a line. No. And I know why the value of the peace treaty dropped suddenly at one point. It was probably the turn when she peaced out with Indonesia and didn't feel so pressured anymore. And that's also quite inconvenient timing. It would be much better if the war between Russia and Indonesia continued until we captured Toledo. That is oil that we could get eventually. Okay, fine. Do we have a workaround here? We have one. We have two. Okay, this one will be enough. This tile should be safe for a worker. We have one more on unit. We do. It's time to start moving. 1, 2, 3. And pillage that workboat and heal up with that. And this should provide cover from any Russian ships that might be coming south. And now it's time for our cruisers to start bombarding the city. Strength 73. Never mind, it also has 1100 hit points. I thought that the city might be a bit easier to capture. Oh, and we may need an admiral. Still don't feel quite safe moving to this line. Because on the roads, Spain can easily move closer and kill one of our units. Two, four. Attack at least once. Or uh, I'll just move all these cruisers in position for the next turn. There's one in the city that we can use as well. And I don't think that any of our ships can be bombarded by both Madrid and Toledo at the same time. Good. Military Academy finished. Poverty, distress, still the same problem. How does Lookout boredom? Uses boredom, gives happiness. Fine, let's build a zoo. How much money do we have? I also want to buy 2 more subs this turn. Our capital is surprisingly happy. If I pay for the hospital, I won't be able to buy a sub. Okay, whatever. I'll just rush those buildings. Once we capture another city, we'll have more than enough money to buy more subs. Fortify. How long? 2 more turns. I'll just stay here. There'll be most likely more units spawning around Zaragoza. And get rid of this guy. Okay, 1 more tile to finish the railroad. And see, how does it look like around Yomba? Or an attack here. Where's our cargo ship? Hopefully it's far enough from the corvette so that we don't lose it. And Shaka is even helping here. Might be too close to the city. Okay, any more subs that we have? Look at that, what a nice wolf pack. What is this? Cargo ship. Okay. Can we peace out with some city-states, maybe? No. Next. I expect the declaration from Indonesia any turn now. You have made peace with Japan. Japan is now Indonesian vassal. Right? Yep. It's gonna be a fun war. It's gonna be a real world war once we are done with Russia and Spain. Then it's our half of the world against the Indonesian half of the world. How does it look like with the relative military strength? Yeah, Indonesia is now the strongest. Russia has serious problems with happiness. And Indonesia is actually ahead, production-wise even. Tech-wise, 51, 55. They're not even that far behind. Damn, it's gonna be an insane war. And more free units again. We'll just get rid of this one. City connection broke in Zaragoza. Oh, that's another harbor that we destroyed. Oslo is still growing. Can I stop this? 14 turns. That's still too fast. 22. Come on, dude. You don't need that much food. 53. That's better. Four. Okay, should be able. Oh, I don't have the damage. It's so wrong that one submarine attack doesn't destroy a frigate. It's of course caused by all the bonuses the AI gets when fighting Warmonger. Does it look like? Look at all these Spanish units just coming out of nowhere. How are you doing it, Spain? How can she recover so many units? It also takes so much to get rid of one. Even the range units are so resilient. Well, having an admiral may actually help. Again, the same mistake. Do at least some damage. The Toledo doesn't have a garrison. Let's take advantage of that. Okay, production. Research lab finished. Military academy. There we go. Yeah. Build a museum. Okay, I think this will be all for today's episode. So basically have one independent civ on the map left. I'm not counting Russia and Spain as our next target. They shouldn't be in the game for too much longer. But the Shoshone are like last independent civ. Everyone else was vassalized either by us and Indonesia. And I have a feeling if Indonesia doesn't attack us, they will attack the Shoshone and vassalize them as well. It's basically a race between us and Indonesia who can vassalize more saves before the final world war begins. How does it go with war variance? 36. That's actually good news, because that means once we end the war, even though we are not in Golden Age, our happiness will be almost 50, or over 40, let's say it this way. So at least that shouldn't be a problem then. Yeah, but this is still gonna be a long and difficult game. And it might be decided by nuclear weapons again, which might be what we're gonna rush. Just get our combined arms so that we can get hopefully 3 upgrades, and then we go nuclear fission and nuke everyone to oblivion. But well, for today we are done, so as usual, I hope that you like this episode, I hope that you're gonna join me for the next one again, and until then, have a good time, bye bye.